Class.
Yes.
We're going to review our nouns and our vowel sounds using our individual code charts. So, let's begin. Listen. Big cat. What's the noun?
Cat.
Cat. Big cat. What's the vowel sound?
Oh.
Ah, yes. And for ah, what's the letter?
A.
A, correct. So, can someone review what we just learned?
To spell the sound ah with the letter A.
Yes, we learned how to spell ah with the letter A for big cat. Let's now practice with other words. For long snake, what's the noun?
Snake.
Snake, good job. Now, for snake, what's the vowel sound?
Ah.
Ah, yes. Now for ah, what's the spelling letter?
A.
A, good job. Okay. One more. Black rope. What's the noun?
Rope.
Rope, correct. Now, for rope, what's the vowel sound?
O.
Oh, yes. And for O, what's the spelling letter?
O.
Oh, good job. Can we do more? Alexis, help me. For 2 feet, what's the noun?
Feet.
Feet. Okay, Alexis. For feet, what's the vowel sound?
E.
E. Now Emma, for E. Look at your chart, your individual code chart. For E, what's the spelling letter?
E.
E. Good job. Now, Anke, for the word red line, what's the noun?
Line.
Line. Good job. Now, Anke, for line, what's the vowel sound? I. Good job. Now let's see if Angel can get 3 for 3 and get some cowboy bucks. So now Angel, for line, for E, for I, what's the spelling for I? I.
Yep.
Okay, good job. So look at your individual code chart. Does anybody want to test the teacher on the nouns, vowel sounds, and spelling? Anke? Okay. Ask me. Ask the teacher.
Noun for big hats.
Noun for big hat. For big hat. Hat.
Vowel sound.
Vowel sound for hat. Hat. Ah.
Okay. Spelling for ah.
Spelling for ah. Spelling for ah. A. A.
Correct. Vowel noun noun for small orange.
Noun for small orange. Can someone help me? Noun for small orange. Alexis. Orange. Orange.
Correct. Vowel sound is orange.
Vowel sound for orange. Can somebody help me? Orange. Vowel sound. Orange. What? O? O. O.
Correct. Spelling for O.
Spelling for O. Can someone help me? O. O.
Correct.
Yes. See, class? If you're having help finding the vowel sounds or the nouns, ask your friends, ask each other, help each other out. Also, look at your individual code chart to help you guide. Okay? So this is our lesson for vowel sounds and nouns. So, I will set a timer for 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, I want you to work with your table to write down any nouns that you see in the classroom. Remember, the nouns are people, places, or things. Now, there is one rule. For people, you cannot put the name of your friends, okay? So 5 minutes, work with your team to write down any nouns on the classroom. For example, TV. TV is a thing. Teacher. The teacher is a person. And classroom is a place, okay? So look at little things in the classroom that are nouns, okay? So you have 5 minutes. Go right now. You can talk, but talk at a level 1 voice. Talk with your partners. Write down each other's nouns. Okay? Work with each other. Nouns are people, places, or things. You can also look at your books at the library. For example, a book may be about unicorns. Unicorn is a thing. Or there may be a book about firefighters. Firefighters are people, and a firefighter station is a place. Look around you. What are you sitting on?
A chair.
And what's a chair? I think. So write down chair. Just write down the noun, okay? So just go chair, just go table. You don't have to do all of it, okay? But that's a good job. That's good. Let's see. Over there, what's that?
Flowers.
Flowers. What's flower?
Things.
A thing. So put flowers. Okay. Talk with your partners. See what they're writing down. Okay.
Hey, what are you writing down?
Once the timer is up, I'm gonna have you guys share to the class what you and your table found. Okay. Now, as the tables are sharing what they're finding, I'm gonna have y'all give a thumbs up if it's a noun and a thumbs down if it's not a noun. Okay? Okay, 10 seconds on the clock. I want you to write down your last noun. Write your last noun and then put your pencil to the side. We'll begin sharing, okay? So now, the timer is up. Who wants to go first? What table wants to go first? Table 1, okay? Share your nouns. Now, when table 1 shares their nouns, I want you guys to do a thumbs up if it's a noun, thumbs down if it's not a noun. For example, I say water bottle. Water bottle is a thing. It's a noun. Thumbs up. But if I say red, red is not a noun. thumbs down. Red is what? It's an adjective. Red is describing something. Okay? So table 1. Share your nouns.
Table is a thing.
Table. Is table a noun? Thumbs up? Okay. Now, next one.
Teacher is a person.
Teacher is a person. Thumbs up. Good job. Next.
Chair is a thing.
Okay. Is chair a noun? It is a noun? Yes, it is. It is a noun. Okay.
Flower is a thing.
Is a flower a noun? It is. Yes. What's your last one?
Light is a thing.
A light. Oh, like the light bulb.
Yeah.
That's a noun. It's a thing. Good job. Okay. Good job, table 1. Now, who's next? So now we're gonna play a game. And for this game, we're going to use our letter cards. Okay? Here's A. Ah. Here's I. E. Here's L. Ugh. Here's H. Here's R. R. Here's S. Here's P. Here's D. 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 Okay. Here's T. Here's N. Here's M. And lastly, here's O. O. Okay. Wait with your cards until I give you instructions, okay? Thank you. Now here's the E, the magic E. Okay, with this one, I'm gonna have you be my magic helper. When I say alakazam, I'm gonna need you to jump, show your card, and go join the rest of the team, okay? Okay, so for this game, if I say the word not, N-O-T, if you're holding any of those letters, N, O, or T for not, you will come up to the stage, okay? So if you're holding not, N-O-T, come here, okay? Okay, but when you come here with the words, I want you to line up in the order that spells not. Does this spell not? No, right? So who's gonna switch? Who's gonna switch here? Huh? Jacob and Alex. Okay, so switch. Hey class, now that we have switched, what does this spell? What does this say? Not. Okay. Now, from a little magic helper, Alakazam, I want you to go next to Jacob, next to the T with your E. Go, Alakazam. Okay, now class, what does that spell? What does that spell? Huh? Note. Yes. And now, the reason why it says note is because there's two letters. There's two letters working together as a team to make the new sound. What two letters are those? It's the letter O and the letter E. So if you're holding the O and the E, step forward. So the O and the E have moved up because they work together to change the new sound of our word. For this O, what sound is this? What vowel sound? O, right? And the E, what's vowel sound? Eh. Together it's O. Okay? Thank you to our first participants. Now we're gonna do this again, okay? Let's practice another word. Hap. And we have hap. H-A-P. Come over here. Hap. H-A-P. Step forward. Okay, class. Does this spell hap? Hap?
No.
No, right? Who has to change? Who has to change?
The H.
The H has to come where?
I went to the A and the A goes in the middle.
In front of the A, right? So H come to the front, so you can spell hap. Hap, okay? Okay, now for my little magic helper, we almost forgot our magic tool, our wand. For alakazam! E, magic E, come here to the P. Now class, what does this spell? It went from hap to what? Hape, right? Now, which two letters are working together to change the sound? Who? A, right? A and E, okay? So A and E, step forward. So the A for and the E for come together and make A. So we went from hap to hape. Okay? So let's do our third one. But this time, I'm gonna have one of you guys be the magician. So one of you guys can say alakazam, and I'll be the magic E. Okay? So now we're gonna do a bigger word. Okay? Slip. If you have S, L, and I, and a P. So S, L, I, P for slip. Step forward. Okay. Now, what does this say? What does this say right here? Slip. What's the vowel sound? I. What's the sound? Slip. Now, for the wizard to come up. Come up, wizard. Alakazam. E. Alakazam. Magic E. Now, what does this say? Slide. I. Slide. Now, why does this make slide? Because there's two words working together to change the sound from slip to slide. So what are the two letters working together? The I and the E. Okay, so come forward. I and E come forward. So the I for and the E for come together and make I. So we went from slip to slide. Slip, slide. Okay. Now let's practice again. Let's get a new magician and a new magic E helper. Thank you for all my helpers, all my letters. Thank you for my wizard, my alakazam, and my magic E. Through that activity, through that game, we learned how letters can change the sound of words when they work together. Okay? So you guys just learned, just reviewed how to do vowel sounds, how to recognize sounds, and how to change the sounds of words and recognize the sounds of words. So we will now put that together and practice our knowledge and skills with the book Grand. And this time, I believe that you guys can read it by yourself. You can read a book by yourself. I know you can do it. So let's go to our tables and read Grand. So there will be two groups, okay? And each group will have 15 minutes to do their activity, okay? Group number 1 will read Grand with the teacher, and I will help you read the book and check the nouns, the vowel sounds, and the spelling. Okay? Now, group number 2, you can either read by yourself or read grand with a partner. Okay? Try your best to read as much as you can. Okay? So 50 minutes are on the clock, and let's begin. Here's your book of grand. Open it, and once you get the words, remember to track read. What is track read? When you put your finger to a word. What does it say? Or grand, grand. So you'll read like that, okay? For example, right here. Here it says, I'm, terrible friend, okay? So when you're reading, I want you to track read, okay? Use your finger to try to pronounce the words, okay? You got this, okay? So, can you read for me?
You are living during World War II.
Nice. You're doing a good job, Anke. Wow. Okay. Now, what about you? What about you, Jacob? Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's a tricky word. Should you try it again? Let's try it again. Okay. Good job. Okay. Group number 2. I'm not reading with you. I'm here to help you know what we're doing. So, get your books, Grand. This is your Grand book, okay? The challenge for this group is to read by yourself or with a partner. And since I won't be here to help, I want you to use your individual quote chart to help you pronounce the words. For example, this word, you go to your quote chart, go to the which is the A, but it's so gran, gran, okay? So there's a word that you're having trouble reading, use your individual quote chart to help you. You can also use your partner. For example, let's see. Okay. What does this word say? What does this word? The. And what's the vowel sound in here? E. De. Okay? So I know you can do this. You can do this. You can read grand by yourself. Use your knowledge that we've learned during the class, okay? Use your partners. Use your code charts. Use the resources in the classroom, okay? Have fun, and I know you can do this, okay? Okay, so you have 15 minutes, okay? If you have any questions, raise your hand. I will be with group 1, but I'll keep a lookout for this group, okay? Okay. Let's read,
Living.
Okay, class, time is up, and you've done it. You have read grand by yourself using the knowledge of vowel sounds, nouns, and letter recognition, okay? Not yet.